They managed to elude the police on numerous occasions. They were even given time to turn themselves in, but they refused. Two of Clarendon's most wanted men among six cut down in Maypen in what police said was a violent gun battle that lasted more than an hour. Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV. Let's talk, and we're about to discuss this on the program. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for the program. It's Links 007 TV. Let's talk. The community of Effortville in Maypen, Clarendon is still reeling from the effects of the Hollywood movie scene that played out yesterday morning as police and military venture on a part in order to capture some wanted individual. In the process of doing so, 6 individuals were cut down and 2 JDF soldiers were also injured in the incident. The individual now that you're looking on screen to your left is known as Leon Rose, and he was wanted for a number of years now for a certain incident that took place in the Maypen area. He is otherwise known as Hitler, and he was just 25 years old, and he is a resident of the Effortville community in Maypen, Clarendon. The other individual, who is just a year shy of Rose, goes by the name Zamar Andre Nelson. Zamar Andre Nelson, and he is otherwise called Nelson or Terminator Boy. He is actually 24 years old, and he would have been from the same era that this incident took place, and he was wanted for murder and shooting with intent. So these 2 individuals were under the police radar for some time now, and they managed to elude the police on numerous occasions and escape different dragnets that the police would organize from time to time. But the police, acting on intelligence, went to a premises in the wee hours of Sunday morning when they came under heavy gunfire from these individuals. In the process, 2 JDF soldiers were injured and had to seek medical attention. When the shooting subsided, all 6 individuals were found suffering from gunshot wounds, and they were taken to the Maypen Hospital, where they did not survive. So these 2 individuals were still young age, still individual in their prime, just 25 years old, just 24 years old. What could have led them down this path to choose a life that would brought them to the end of their life in such a tender age and at such a way in which no individual would want to go out? These individuals were asked on numerous occasions to turn themselves into the police, but they refused. These individuals managed to be armed with some high-powered rifles, including shotgun, M16, and even an AK-47 rifle was recovered from the residence, which the police went on a pre-dawn operation. These guys managed to fire at the police, and the shooting lasted for more than an hour, the police stated. However, when it was all done, the police reaped the reward of cutting down all 6 of them. So 2 of Clarendon's most wanted men, 25-year-old Leon Rose, otherwise called Hitler, and 24-year-old Zamar Nelson, otherwise known as Terminator Boy, who have been identified among the 6 individuals that were taken down in Spanish Town, including a military and also a police-led operation on Sunday morning. The men were cut down in the joint police military operation in the volatile community involving shootings and also other incidents that took place in this community. So the law enforcement officers acting on intelligence went to this specific area, and they came under heavy gunfire from these individuals, and the fire was returned, and it was a dramatic scene that played out. Many residents describe it as a Hollywood movie in action. However, this was not to be the end of the movie, as all the stars were cut down. Now, when we look on the age of these individuals and reflect on life, why these individuals had to choose this path? These individuals, they must have had families, they must have had friends, and they venture down this path of criminality. And look what it brought them in the end. This is just an eye opener to many individuals out there that violence doesn't pay. And these individuals would have been wanted for a number of serious offenses, including shooting, murders, and even other things that they might be accused of. However, the police did what they had to do in order to protect their own life and their own well being. And as the police reap this success, we're just hoping that this is just the end of this, and this can just be a motivation to others just to stop what they're doing and engage in positive things that will uplift your life, and also just to engage in things that will be to the betterment of your life instead of engaging in violent activities. When you look on the weapons that were seized at this residence, it included an M16 rifle, an AK-47, a shotgun. Three high-powered rifles were seized in this operation. So these individuals were heavily armed and they were prepared for the joint military police operation, and they decided that they were not giving up without a fight. And a fight they did put up because it lasted for more than an hour. We're just appealing to individuals out there who are involved in criminal activities. Let this be an eye opener to you that violence, it doesn't pay, because at the end of the day, this will just be what will be the end. And you don't want to go out like this. I'm telling you, these individuals, they were still young. These individuals could have turned their lives around. However, they opt not to, and they choose a path that led them life down a path of criminality and violence. Now, when you venture down that path, the police will be after you. And at the end of the day, when the police are after you, it can only end in two ways. Either you end up in prison or you end up 6 feet under. They chose to end up 6 feet under in this case. These individuals must have had families. They must have had friends. Can you imagine the pain that these family members are going through right now? However, they might have put a lot of families in pain as well. But these two individuals were listed as a person of interest many times on the police wanted list. They were asked to turn themselves in on numerous occasions. They refused, and this was what led to the demise of them in the end. I hope that this just bring a level of normalcy in that era. And I know that this era right now where this incident took place is going to be very tense. Can you just imagine how the residents must feel at this point in time, knowing that six of their individuals were cut down in this operation? I can say to you that I've seen the photographs of these individuals, all six of them, and I can tell you that it's a graphic scene. So graphic. Neck bust out, belly bust out, hand look like it broke up. Whole lot of different scenarios I can state to you right now on those photographs. Those were so graphic that you can't even imagine, or you not even want to see a dog like that. Much as to know that those were human lying in the bushes, lying on the concrete, lying on the rubble, and then you look and see that these individuals never have to choose this path, but they did, and this was what led to their end. So the police are currently carrying out a massive investigation in order to ascertain where these individuals could have gotten these weapons from. These were some high-powered weapons, not no pam-pam weapons. These were machines that could have taken out the police, taken out the soldiers. However, due to the tactical moves employed by the police and the military, only two were injured, not seriously. However, they opted out of the situation and they put up a fight against these criminals. However, as it stands right now, it's just a sad day as well in that community, and a day in which the community will reflect on these individuals, knowing what they have done, and in the end, what they can do. This has been Links 007 TV. Let's talk, and I'm out for this one. Have a blessed and productive day.